Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Wendy here from Little Nest Crafts, and for those of you who are new here, welcome, and hi to all my regular subscribers. This is another week in the Margarete Miller Collage Weekly Challenge series, and we are week 48 this week. So yeah, the weeks are flying by, and Christmas will be upon us really quickly now. Time's cracking on. So the prompts for this week, and for those who, if it might be your first time here, if you've not heard of Margarete Miller, she does a weekly collage challenge, and what she does is she gives you each week some prompts, and you can buy these over at Etsy, in the Etsy store. Just look up, or on her website, look up Margarete Miller, and you'll find them. And she issues you with 5 or 6 prompts every week, and you try and incorporate those into your project, into your collage project. And this week I struggled a little bit because I did one and I wasn't quite happy with it, so I'll show you what I did on the first attempt. Now, I haven't stuck it all down because what I did, I prepped the pieces, and so I'll bring them in now so that you can see them. Oopsie daisy. And what I normally do is I normally work on a plain background cardstock, and I got this idea from Carol over at Oak House Journals. Some people put them in, like a book, an altered book, and some people have been making them into a book themselves with a 6-hole punch down the side, but I plan on making this into a book at the end of the year when all the collages are completed. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. Sorry about that, everybody. So yeah, this week's prompts, we've got something made from plastic, a holiday postage stamp, something humorous, a piece of brown paper, some ledger paper, and something shaped in an oval. So I'll put that to one side a minute, and we'll carry on with the rest of the prompts. So we'll go through the prompts again. We've got something made of plastic, so I've got some clear embossing powder here, and that's made of tiny bits of plastic. So what I intend to do is emboss one of the pieces here. A holiday postage stamp, which I've got in my box over here. So what I've done is I've picked out some stamps, and these are the ones that I recycle for church. And so I've picked out some of last year's Christmas stamps, and I'll have a look and see which one I think will go with this piece colour-wise. And I don't think that's too bad a match. And also that one with the green. So I'll put those to one side a sec. And then something humorous. Well, I've got my little Santa Claus here, which I thought he was fairly humorous to look at. He's got antlers growing out of his hat. And then I also found this little saying here which says, "Dear Santa, I've been good all year. Okay, most of the time. Once in a while, and the X, it marks the spot, says forget it, I'll buy my own stuff. So I thought that was fairly humorous. And then my ledger paper is at the back here. So I've got a piece of well, it's a faux ledger, and it's the whole piece that I've actually shrunk down. I have got a couple of original ledgers, but I'm a bit loath at the moment to cut them up. So that's my faux ledger. And then I've got a piece of brown paper, which is this piece, and it's just come from some packaging, brown packaging here. So I've saved time. I've cut this piece, and I'm going to back that with it there. And then bonus is something shaped in an oval. Now here on this Santa, he's got little things dangling from his wrists and from his antlers. So I've managed to find some little oval baubles, Christmas baubles. And what I thought I would do is substitute these baubles and put them over those little stars, and he's going to have those hanging from his antlers, and I'm going to emboss them with this clear embossing powder. So that's my plastic piece. And then what I've done is I've got some more pieces that I thought would make it a bit more decorative, because just to stick that on the back of there didn't really do anything for me. So I've taken this sort of Nordic style Christmas tree, and what I thought I would do is I'm going to pop these bits, hang on one sec, let me just take that off there, because that isn't very straight. Oops. There we go. So I'll lay it out as I've sort of designed it. And what I thought I would do, this has still got some white on the back as well, because I don't really want to ink around these pieces, because I think it'll make them a bit dark. So what I thought I would do is pop these pieces in the corner just to break it up a little bit, and then pop my Christmas tree behind there somewhere. Pop him on here. Take that down a little bit. Put that up a little bit, just so you can see a few of the Christmas trees. And I'll stick that on there. Wait a second. Try and get it in as straight as I can. trim a little bit more off there. So I thought I would put that underneath his hand there. And then this little Christmas tree would go that side. And then my elongated deer, I thought I would slot under there. Let me just take that up a minute. Straighten that. And just have him poking. Poking his head out there. And that there. And then the little ornaments. Would be there. Like that. And then my stamp would be up in the corner somewhere. I'll rule that one out because it's got blue. Quite like this one because it's got the greens in, although they're not the same shade. And it's got red in it, and it's got the darker blue on his tunic. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to peel off. So I can get my scissors. So I've got some fine pinking shears. Which does help. Saves you steaming off the stamps, although it's not as fine as what you can see, you know, what the serrated edge of the stamp itself. So what I could do is pop that under there maybe, or do the same and go over the top. But I don't know, it just didn't, you know, it didn't really float my boat, as it were. So I had a bit of a rethink, and I'll keep the stamp, and then the rest I'll pop to one side, and I'll bring in what I did for the second piece. So same again, I took my ledger paper, and then I had this backing, and I chose it because it had got the same, you know, sort of style with the Nordic style sort of Christmas trees. And then I kept my little Christmas tree corners, which I thought I would do the same as I did in the last piece. Just frame that backing piece a little bit, like so. And then I shrank down my little Nordic Santa, and I am going to ink this piece because it's got quite a bit of white showing, because he's so small and my eyesight's terrible. And I just need to do something with his antlers a bit to take the white off, because it was very fine. And then I just need to put some glue, excuse my arm, because I was just using normal copier paper. I did 2 layers. There we go. It's a slight improvement. So yeah, so what I did, I made him a little bit smaller, and I thought I would park him there. And then the same goes really with his oval shaped Christmas ornaments. I thought I'd dangle one down there. Let's turn it round and ink the edges, and then hang the other one down there, or vice versa. And then I haven't actually cut the backing off here, so I'll cut a little piece of this paper. Go. It did have its own background brown, but obviously that didn't hit the prompt, so I've cut it off and put some of this background paper on, and we'll cut that to shape. There we are. So I thought I would pop that there. And then in his other hand, we could either use the Christmas tree on this side, or I don't dislike that, see? And then, or I could pop that Christmas tree behind there. We just need some some glue. just in that corner. Try and keep him straight a minute. Oh, and then we've got a Santa's sack on the other side with all the presents in. So I don't dislike that, see? And then we could use that either up in the corner or up in that corner. Oh, we could use one of these. Let's have a look and see what that one would look like trimmed down. I'll just cut it down a little bit. We'll just ink the corners up a bit. And I've left it with this barcode piece on. I'll try and hide that purple, I think. Oops-a-day. Oh, decisions, decisions. Let's see if I can move my piece over a little bit. How about if I cut that white piece off? The barcode off, should I say. Doesn't really make that much difference to the overall size of it. Whoops. There's nowhere else I could put it really. No, I think it's going to have to go there, but move so that I don't see the lady, or not use that piece and just use the green barcode maybe. That might be better. Yeah, that's better. We'll do that. So I think that's going to be the one. So all we need to do now is emboss our little pieces here, which I'll pop them on there. And we'll just spread them with a bit of glue. There we go. Right then, I'm just going to put the heat embosser on my gun, my heat gun, and I'm going to heat these two and I'll be right back. So that's those two little pieces embossed, and I don't know if you can see how shiny they are. There we go. So that's the two pieces of plastic. So we'll put those to one side, and I think we'll start to assemble this collage. Just tidy my desk a minute. And I'll use my trusty tape runner. So yeah, I suddenly had a thought. I was putting those well, that document's not quite straight, but that's the document rather than the cardstock. And then what I thought was I'd just do the corner of these first so that we can position them. That's one. There we go. And I love the Nordic papers and things that you can get. I think they're really cute. So I think that's going to be positioned there, so we can do the rest of the piece. I'll just do that corner there. Let's have a look, make sure I don't want that corner going down just yet, because we've got our little stamp going up in this corner. So I'll just put a bit of tape runner on the back of there too. There we go. Now we'll get down to the nitty gritty of doing our little Santa. So I'm going to use wet glue for this one. I'll put it on and I'm going to wipe some of it off because it spreads really easily and makes a mess of your paper. So fingers are the best for that job. And then we'll pop him down here. There we go. And then I think what we'll do is we'll adorn him with his ornaments now. And I think we were going to put that on that side. And the brighter on this side, or yeah, the brighter on that side. There we go. That's his. So that's his Christmas decorations. And then we'll give him his sign. Right, let's just take that off there a sec. And before I pop this tree down, I'll just have a look at whether I think it needs it. Does it actually need it? Or shall we just go with having that? No, I think we'll leave it out. It doesn't really need it. I'll just pop that down there rather than waste it. I can use that. And then we'll put his sack of Christmas presents. Just under his hand on that side. There we go. So, I'm looking at it now and wondering whether I should have put the tree there after all. Let's have a quick shufty. Is it too late? Just lift it up a bit. Yeah, we will. It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind, isn't it? So they say. I don't know, I'll never make a decision to save my life. Here we go. And then I'll just put that up a little bit as well, so that the parcels and things and this is all on the same level. Roughly. And then what I'm going to do is just take a pencil and I'm just going to give him some shadowing under his feet, just so it looks as though he's casting a shadow, the same as that parcel there. There we go, just to ground everything a little bit. So that's my collage for this week, and I hope that you've enjoyed watching my thought process. And what we'll do is quickly go over the prompts again. So we've got something made from plastic, and that's the little guy's decorations. My postage stamp at the top, and that's got a plastic coating as well. Looking at that, it's shiny. Something humorous is my quirky Santa and the Santa sign. A piece of brown paper is the backing. My ledger papers behind there, and then something shaped in an oval is his little Christmas decorations. So I'll just bring it up to the camera so you can have a closer look. I hope that you like what I've done. Please leave me a comment, it's much appreciated, and give me a like. And if you feel like it, if you want to see further collages from me, if you would subscribe and hit the bell, you'll get a notification of each time I release a video. So I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, and until then, take care and stay safe. Bye for now. Bye.